We just got two incredibly cute new jumping spiders. Find out about them in this video. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am David and I am joined by an incredibly cute Pickles and Scampi who just love coming in to film with me. They're being a bit noisier today, so forgive me, but people seem to love having them in the videos. Today I'm going to be talking about two new jumping spiders we've introduced to our swarm. They're absolutely adorable, they're really teeny tiny and I can't wait to introduce them to you. We're a little bit nervous getting them into their enclosures, but they're settled in now and they're nice and safe, so I want to tell you all about them. So we got ourselves a pair of Helios semicuprius, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Their common name is the heavy body jumping spider, which considering their size is quite an interesting common name to have. They are absolutely teeny tiny, very cute. We got ourselves a male and a female. We named them Teeny and Tiny purely due to their size. They're very, I just keep saying they're cute because I just can't get that word out of my mind when describing them. They're just so small and they have all the elements of a jumping spider but miniaturized. And we bought them from Jumping Spiders Web, which I'll leave a link for in the description again, because once again they shipped them really quickly. They had heat pads and I know they'll be well fed and looked after before they got here. I just keep going back to that shop generally, not sponsored or anything, but I just keep going back to them because they seem to be the best place to buy jumping spiders in the UK. Now these heavy body jumping spiders, as I said, are absolutely tiny and they generally feed on fruit flies and maybe very small green bottles. I've heard you can feed them very small crickets as well, so I may try that, but I've been hearing mixed opinions on whether you should feed jumping spiders crickets recently, which I'll do a video of in the future. So they have a teeny tiny diet. They also have very small enclosures. So when I was researching them, looking into them, I actually found out that having a small enclosure is beneficial to them. I asked loads of questions before I bought them, and their enclosures are teeny tiny cubes. They have cross ventilation, they have this lovely bark background, a branch, they have lovely substrate and some moss down the bottom to keep some humidity in there. And I also added a tiny little sprite from Studio Ghibli and a mini mushroom, just because I thought it'd be cute and it wouldn't really interfere with them. The enclosures are also top opening, so they open like that, which is a new experience for me, quite interesting, but it seems to work out okay for them, especially when you just sort of like remove any dead flies from the bottom and just generally rehydrate, because they tend to hang around on the top. Now I won't lie, getting them into their enclosure was actually a bit nerve-wracking. We're used to larger jumping spiders and they're a little bit scary to get in, but we know what we're doing. With these ones, it was a much different experience. When we were unwrapping them, you can see them already moving around. They were excitable and they jumped straight into there. So we did it in a big box to make sure they'll be safe and contained and make sure that they would get in there and we could capture them if there was any problems. Luckily it was okay, fairly smooth, a minor mishap, but they're in there and safe and happy now. Now, as I film this video, Teeny and Tiny are busy settling in. They've been exploring the entirety of their little enclosures. They have been running up near the vents, they've gone down to the floor, and we want to give them a feeding fairly shortly because, again, what they do eat is kind of small, and we need to get used to their feeding schedule, you know. It's going to be fairly similar to other jumping spiders, where it won't be too frequent, but we want to make sure we get it right and that they're well fed. Just generally the whole setup's very, very sort of user-friendly because there's such a small enclosure. They can fit almost anywhere. These guys are being very noisy, sorry guys. And if you do have limited space, these may be a jumping spider for you, especially if you're okay with very fast moving, very cute and very cheeky little jumpers. Now, just like with all jumping spiders, these guys will need extra light. They will need a little bit of warmth if your house is especially cold. So we're probably going to have to buy an extra light source just in case we put them elsewhere, and maybe another snuggle safe. One thing we found really useful on Amazon recently is these little magnetic lights that you can recharge. We'll probably be using them a lot more as well as the lamps, so we can sort of position things in different places. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed learning about our new Mr. and Mrs, our Teeny and Tiny. If you'd like to learn any more or want to ask me questions about them, feel free to shoot them down in the comments. But in the meantime, from a quite noisy and cheeky Pickles and Scampi and me and Teeny and Tiny and the rest of the inverts, take care and see you later.